We saw you're sitting now in your area where you film everything.
Yeah,
We saw some guys getting into the acting.
Irakli, I respected you, but you have already made your choice.
that is awesome. Both those guys, Sergey and Evgeny,
Yeah,
are hilarious. Like
yeah,
I always love when they post stuff. Those guys are like probably the best European trash talkers, I think. Like those guys are hilarious. That whole mafia spin is really awesome. Yeah. I hope more guys keep doing stuff like that. Like those guys are
yes.
great. I just hope more like, okay, this is awesome. I'm gonna do this too.
What do you think about this match coming up, man?
Very interesting. Very interesting. I think Prudnik's gonna win. I think he is, but
Really?
if Irakli beats him, dangerous. I mean, Irakli is a total freak. He is freaky strong, and I just think not many guys can match his back pressure. But I think Prudnik is one of them. If there's any of them, if there's any, it's got to be Prudnik. I think he'll be tricky enough in the setup. I think he's versatile enough. If it goes bad, I think he can even Kings move or at least kind of kick out. I think Prudnik's got a great chance. He's the guy to beat him. I think he is.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too, but I think it's I mean, of course it's gonna be super close, but I don't know if the match stops, if Irakli can keep his pronation and not get cupped in, you know?
Yeah,
That's gonna be, I think, a big factor. Who do you got?
I've got Prudnik. I think Prudnik will
Yeah,
win. I think it'll be 3-0, but I think it'll be a hard
really?
3-0. I think it'll be a hard 3-0, but I think it will be 3-0.
You saw Travis pulling now on
I
the left.
did.
Um, he, in his game now also we because we don't know how strong he really is. He just blasted through every time. Um, I think the setup is super important. You think he will get what he needs in the setup
Yes,
with Sergey? Yeah.
I do. I have to say Travis is the favorite for that one. If
Mhm.
Travis is back at all, and I mean, watching him, being around him, like I spent a lot of time with him when we were down in Florida. He's confident. He feels like I can tell he's looking strong. He looks good. He kind of came back a while ago and he didn't look so good. Like you can tell now when he's back, he's lean, he's strong, he's full of muscle. Like I think Travis is going to be dangerous, and I just don't know if Sergey can really match the setup. I think he's going to be too tricky, too
Mhm.
tricky. If Sergey stops him, yes, it's his all day long. But I don't think so. I think Travis will be too strong.
Did he pull with somebody after the event? Did you see him pull with somebody, or it was just a match and that's it?
I don't remember. I like to stay away from after pulls. I don't like
Mhm.
to go too many because that's when people get hurt every time, every
Yeah.
single time. If I'm there and I'm pulling and I have a crazy match, I have injuries I don't even know about, and I don't blame the fans. Like they want to pull with me, I pull with them. Sometimes they go too hard because they get excited and they're pulling people they like, and I can't have people go too hard when I'm already hurting and don't know because
Of
that's
course,
when you get hurt.
of course.
I think I just kind of stay away from them. Like if somebody wants to pull me, I grip up in the air and kind of like I show them my hand and feel a bit, and then I'm like kind of call it. But I never really get in the table, so I was kind of staying away from the tables. I think Travis was staying away too, but I could be wrong.
Another match, very interesting match. Sasha going down to face Samushia.
Yes, that's an exciting one. I
Will
I
Samushia get beat finally or
I
no?
think so. I think the ninth time is the time he loses. He's done eight. He's done eight consecutive title defenses. So I
He only
think
has 9 lives like a cat, man.
exactly. I think nine is the one that ends it. I think, man, Sasha was so good. He is so good. And I just don't see him being able to hook him. I do not see I do not see David. I just don't think Sasha's gonna lose. I think he's just too strong. Like I
Mhm.
know he's coming down in weight. I know Samushia is incredible. I don't see it. I don't see Samushia winning this one. I pretty
Mm.
much always bet against Samushia though. Every
Yeah,
time I'm like, this is the time he loses. This is the time. And then he wins it. And I'm like, no, the next time he's losing. And every time it's close. But this time, my money's on Sasha.
Todd Hutchings never lost to any Bulgarian. Will this be the time, or you think you know? You think
No,
it's
no, easy one. I think this one's relatively easily. I
I
think
think
he's just
so.
gonna rip through him. Honestly,
Mhm.
I love Krasi. I think Krasi's great. I just think Todd's on another level right now. If you look at, for example, the John
Mhm.
Brzenk match, Todd Hutchings just ran through John Brzenk, and then when John pulled Krasi beat him quite convincingly too. But that first round was close. It was close for the first like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I just see Todd having too much power. I just see him ripping right through. Krasi's awesome. I mean, he won WAF last year. He's right at the top. I just think Todd's a little better.
He won Europeans also this year, but I
Yeah,
don't think the competition is near Hutchings's level,
I don't think so either. No.
So I think you're right. I think you're completely 100% right. But the build-up with this, he never lost to a Bulgarian. They're
Yeah.
pushing Krasi now like crazy for sure. I would love to see a good fight, but I don't think also like you. I don't think it's gonna be a hard match for.
No, I think he's gonna rip through him. It might be
Mm,
like one or two stops, but I think Todd will just reposition and rip again.
um, one more match I want to talk about specifically from this card is the main event, of course.
Yes. That's a big one.
That's a big one, man. That's a big one, and I want to hear you first, but I have a thought about this, and I don't, yeah, I don't see Morozov winning, man.
I agree. Yeah, so Vitaly Letin versus Artem Morozov. I just think Vitali's too good. I think Vitali, because it's not a title match, I think Vitali will have the gas. I think he'll have the endurance. If it was a 7 out of if it was a 4 out of 7, I would
Yeah.
lean more towards Morozov. I just think 3 matches Vitali can do. He can do 3. Morozov's endurance is incredible. Everybody knows that, but it's
Yeah.
just, will it matter? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to come into play. I think Vitali is going to low hand top roll and he's going to crack him, and maybe Morozov can kind of hold on out here, but I think Vitali will have too much. He'll just keep ripping, and I think he's got that one.
You see Morozov losing the wrist,
Yeah, it
like with
happens. That's the
Georgie.
thing. It happens. It happens.
I think
Yeah,
it
and
happens too.
Vitali is one of the best. He's one of the best at top rolling. One of the very best. So if anybody can do it, Vitali can.
Mm. I think also because he lost, everybody's like, okay, Morozov wasn't 100%. He was ill and stuff, but man,
Yeah.
I don't know, when you're ill, your wrist is not ill, you know what I mean? But of course, it's like back pressure and containment and everything, a factor why he lost the wrist. And maybe people are right, but if Georgie took his wrist, I think Vitali will probably
I
do
think
the
so.
same
I,
thing.
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know if he takes his wrist in the first round, I think very hard. But still, he can try and try and try, and maybe because I think Morozov made some mistakes with Georgie, and I think he could maybe guess out Georgie if he stayed in this position,
Yeah.
rushed it a little bit. Maybe his elbow was hurting or something in this position. That's why he wanted to change it. But I think I think if he stayed there, maybe he could guess out. And like you said, but still an interesting match. I don't think people are gonna go in the match and say Vitaly is winning 100%.
No,
Nothing
I don't
is
think it's near
100%.
100%.
Mm,
I've been surprised by Morozov many times.
yeah,
I thought Krejci was gonna get him. I thought when I started watching that Matchenko match, I'm like, Matchenko's gonna kill him. But his endurance is a lot. A lot of Morozov is just strength everywhere. Really good biceps, really good containment, really good endurance. So if he's able to just take any piece from Vitaly, if he can just stop the arm, if he can keep his cup, if he can do any kind of piece, get any kind of bite, I think he could turn it around. But I do have to lean towards Vitaly.